What's up, everybody? So I picked this hat up off of eBay recently, and I didn't know that the hat was actually supposed to be white, and it was just dirty. I was thinking that it was tan, because it had like some poor lighting display. And as you can see, it looks kind of tan. I didn't see little details on there like this, little dirt on the hat, whatnot. I'm not really too concerned about the dirt on the hat. It's okay. But I just wanted it to somewhat have more of an even color instead of just being all over. As you can see on the inside, as you can see on the inside, you can see where it's heavily worn. I tried it on. The guy that I bought it from, he said he wiped it down on the inside, but I still want to wash it for, sanitary reasons. But also, this was a $5 hat. I'm not complaining too much because I can work with this. The good thing with an all-white hat, you can do a lot with it to fix it up. But I'm just gonna do like a quick fix. So I have water right here, and I got my folders right here. And what I'm gonna do is take off the stickers so that we can try to get like a nice little even color all the way around. So that's what I'm about to do right now. So I'm gonna have to put you guys down to do that. All right, so as you can see, I got rid of the stickers, and you can see where the color is slightly lighter under the stickers. So I removed that. I put a little bit of leftover coffee in here, but I'm gonna also add some coffee grounds in here. A little bit more in there. And what I have also in here, I have hot water. To help with the color change a little bit. That's just theory. I've never done this before, so I'm not sure, how good this is going to work. But I'm confident that it may work. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just slowly submerge this into the little pot. I'm gonna let that sit down there for a moment. I'm gonna put something heavy on it so that it's just sitting down there for a while. All right, so checking it out, I'm seeing a little more color added to it. I mean, I still see some white to it. But what I'm going to do is flip it over. I want to flip it over. And I'm gonna take a little meat tenderizer out. That's what I was using to weigh it down. I'm gonna submerge that. I didn't think about this, but I'm gonna add a little bit of salt in there too, because I think when you're dyeing stuff, Yeah, add salt to it. I think I'm going off of memory, guys. Let's hope this works out. Fingers crossed. So I thought about it and I said, let me add some teriyaki glaze to it. I poured that in there, put a little bit more in there. I don't know how this is going to come out, guys. I really don't. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to check it to see how it's looking before I wash it. Take out that meat tenderizer. Let's look it over. You know what? This doesn't look too bad, actually. I can't tell if it was the salt that did it or if it was the teriyaki glaze that really set it off and gave it like a deeper, deeper tannish like color. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So it's been sitting in here for a nice minute. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna clean it. And then I'm gonna sit it out to air dry. All right, so I got the sink cleared out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little ice in there. Make sure that that water is cold when I initially put it in there. And I'm gonna take a little bit of Dawn to clean the hat. All right, so we're gonna let that get in there, get a little light, right there. I'm gonna use cold water to help keep the color in and also not mess up the bread. So after washing it in the sink, I used cold water. I put a few ice cubes in there to help with the water being extremely cold. And that was to help keep the color in. I added a little bit of Dawn dish detergent for two reasons. The first is the obvious, is to clean the dirt out that was already in there previously. But the second reasoning for me adding the Dawn to the water was to help be a deodorizer, because that teriyaki and coffee scent, yeah, it probably wouldn't smell too good in the heat. So I used that and I scrubbed, you know, certain parts of my hat that I really focused on, like like around the sweatband, things like that, because that's really where all the gunk is at. And of course the inside of the crown area, and then I got what I could get. In it. But yeah, I did that, and now I'm sitting it in front of the fan. I use some like little makeshift setup. I have my water boiler that I normally use for like when I make my teas and stuff. I'm using that to place under the hat because I don't have like a mannequin head or anything like that, and I'm using a cup or like a soup container. I'm using that to put under, and the reason why I have it under the boiler is because I want the air to catch underneath, because that will help with like drying faster and all that stuff. So the way I have this set up, sitting right in front of the fan on high, I'm looking at probably 3 hours of dry time that it will take. Probably within the first hour and a half, I'm going to rotate it to the other side so that we have an even like, I don't know, drying time or whatever. I just want to make sure that everything is dry like it's supposed to. This material is still pretty thin. I mean, it's still canvas material, so it shouldn't take long to dry. But yeah, I can't wait to see the final results. Alright, so after checking out the hat after it dried, I decided that I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And the reason why I didn't like it was that it was lighter than I expected it to be, more so looking more yellowish than a tan. And I decided to go back and redo it all over again. I put it back in the coffee and teriyaki sauce and all that stuff to see if it would take to like a darker tan, but it didn't. It didn't. So because of that, I ended up just going ahead and coloring it black, and it looks good. I mean, this looks like your traditional black baseball cap. You know, it's nothing spectacular, but I do like it. I like the way the logo came out, and I like how everything looks a little more even. I mean, you got some light spots, but not too worried about that. Like that little blotch back here, not too worried about what that's looking like. I feel like the color will fade over time, and it's gonna give like a worn gray look, and that's gonna be cool. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure to well before I do that, I want to say this: the method can work, but I think that in this case the hat was a little too worn for it to take the way it should have. And if you're okay with more of an off-white look and not a deep tan look, then you know that may be your route. But for me, since I'm not really a big fan of off-white, it really didn't appeal to me. So yeah, I mean, I do think that the coffee method can work, and I think the teriyaki also helped quite a bit. So yeah, so if you like this video, make sure to thumbs it up, and I'm out. Thanks for watching.